Hello everyone, welcome to Neso Academy. In the previous lecture, we have understood friend non-member functions. We got to know that we can define non-member functions that would be able to access private and protected members of a specific class. So it is possible to define a non-member function that would be able to access private and protected members. This can be done by making that non-member function friend of a specific class. Now in this lecture, we will understand the concept of friend classes. So without any further delay, let's get started with this lecture and let's see what are the topics. There is only one topic and the name of the topic is friend classes. So now let's understand what are friend classes. A friend class is a class that can access private and protected members of some other class. So it is a special kind of class that can access private and protected members of some other class. We know how to make a non-member function friend of some class. That non-member function would be able to access private and protected members of that class. In the same way, we can define a class as friend of some other class. And in that way, we would be able to access private and protected members of some other class within a specific class. Now, to understand this properly, let's take one simple example. Here I have included IOStream and string header files, and this is the definition of the main function. Now let's define the class diary to mimic the real world diary like this. This is the class diary with private member secret and public member function set secret. This is the private member secret, and to this we can pass some secret message that we want to store in our diary. This is what we can do. This secret member has the type string, and this is the member function set secret that allows us to set the secret message. This means we can provide some string to this variable secret like this. So this is the class diary. Now let's define class best friend to mimic the best friend like this. Here is the public member function read secret. Best friend has the capability to read the secret of my diary, and this can be done through this function read secret. Read secret function receives the object of the class diary, and through this object best friend would be able to access the secret message, and that message will be displayed on the screen in a specific format. First, reading diary secret will be displayed and then the secret message. So this is how we are mimicking the best friend. I hope this is clear to you. So what exactly I'm trying to achieve here? This is my diary, and in my diary I have set some secret message. I want that secret message to not be accessible to the outside world except my best friend. Only my best friend would be able to access the secret message. This is the class best friend, which is mimicking the behavior of my best friend. Here, through this function, my best friend would be able to access my secret message from the diary, and he would be able to display that on the screen as well. I hope this idea is clear to you. But at this moment, my best friend would not be able to access the secret message because the secret message is private. It is not accessible to the outside world. If I really want my best friend to be able to access the secret message, then I need to declare him as the friend of mine. And this can be done like this. Here I have written this line, friend class best friend. Now this class is friend to this class. Therefore, this class can access private and protected members of this class diary. Now my best friend would be able to access the secret message. I hope this idea is clear to you. So this is the concept of friend class. A friend class can access private and protected members of some other class. This is what I have written at the top. Now, there is one thing we need to take care of. Here we have provided class best friend. The compiler will throw an error. The reason is simple. Compiler will read the code from top to bottom. As soon as it encounters this line, it will throw an error because the definition of this class is not available up to this point. The definition is available after this point. And this is the reason why we will get error from the compiler. To avoid this error, we need to declare this class before this class diary, like this. This is called the forward declaration. Here, the class best friend is declared. And through this declaration, we are telling the compiler that the definition of this class is available in this code later. So, when you encounter this line, then do not throw the error. I hope this is clear to you. So, this forward declaration is needed. Now the code is complete. Let's define the main function so that we would be able to set the secret message so that my best friend would be able to read that message and display that on the screen. To define the main function, first we need to shift this main function over here because of lack of space. Now let's define this main function. First, let's define the object of this class, and through that object, let's call this function to set the secret message. This is how we can do this. Here I've defined the object myDiary of the class diary, and through this object, I'm calling the setSecret function, and I'm providing this message. I have a crush on coding. This is the message I want to store in this secret variable, which is private. This means it is not accessible to the outside world except the class best friend, because this class is declared as friend class. Only this class would be able to access the secret variable. I hope this is clear to you. This message is provided to this secret variable via this object myDiary. In order to call this function, we need to create the object of this class best friend. Here I have created the object of this class best friend, which is BF. And through this object BF, I am calling the function readSecret. This is the readSecret function. To this function, I am passing the object myDiary. Because through this object, I have set this message, I have a crush on coding, to this secret variable. So we need to pass this object to this function. This object will receive the copy, and now we can access the secret message, which is I have a crush on coding here. So this d.secret at runtime will be replaced by I have a crush on coding. Now we know what is going to be the output. When we execute this program, we will get this output. Reading diary secret, I have a crush on coding. So my best friend have successfully read the secret message from my diary. Now if you define some other class, which is not the friend class of this class, and if you try to access the secret message from that class, then you would not be able to do this. I hope this idea is completely clear to you. So this is the concept of friend classes. Now here is one point I want you to remember. Friendship is not mutual. Understand this, that the class diary would not be able to access private and protected members of the class best friend. Only the class best friend would be able to access private and protected members of the class diary. This is because friendship is not mutual. Class diary cannot access private and protected members of the class best friend. This is what we need to remember. If we want that this specific class should be able to access private and protected members of this class, then we need to write friend class diary over here. I hope this is clear to you. So with this, we have understood the concept properly about friend classes. This means we are done with this topic, and this means we are done with this lecture. Okay friends, this is it for now. Thank you for watching this lecture. I will see you in the next one.